Hi everybody, Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. The pride has been restored for Baylor, and now the green and gold on the field and hoping to make a statement with a big victory at home today. That's going to do it for us here on the pregame show. NCAA Football 14 action coming at you right now. Brett Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit.
Just off I-35 at beautiful Floyd Casey Stadium, awaiting these teams to do battle. It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. The kicker's got the ball set up, and we're ready to get this thing started. Sends it sailing downfield. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Baylor's offensive staff, they really build things around this guy, and they know that they can be confident in what he can do all game long.
Yeah, I think they trust in all of his abilities. And the big thing also is he avoids those silly mental mistakes. He does not line up in the wrong position. He's not going to turn the wrong way. More importantly, he's not going to miss out on a blitz on pass protection. So he's really just a total package, very consistent and very reliable running back that this team utilizes.
Fires quickly, and he's got his man. Tackle made around the 36-yard line. They get about 4 yards on the pass, and they'll pick up the first down.
I think they were expecting a run on that play, Brad, and it allowed the quarterback to throw for just enough yards to get the first down.
And the quarterback didn't waste any time getting rid of that one. He took the snap, and he threw it right out there. He's taken down at about the 47-yard line.
The reason why it's so crucial to be able to run effectively like this is it keeps the defense guessing. They have no idea whether you're passing or running, even if you need medium to long-range yards.
He gets out to about the 44-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
He's got an opening. He's at the 30, and they push him out at about the 23-yard line. They move the sticks after another first down.
Impressive drive by this offense so far. I really like what they're doing by keeping this defense on their heels and moving the ball downfield.
Tailback brought down for a loss.
He knew it was a run all the way. Got a good jump. Once he got there, he wasn't about to let him slip away either.
From the 24-yard line, 2nd down. Fires quickly to the tight end. He's tackled right around the 10-yard line.
Ramsey on the tackle at the 10-yard line. First down.
Caught, open field, touchdown, Baylor! And that one worked just like they draw it up, Kirk.
Yeah, Brad, you're exactly right. Offensive line did a good job of protecting the quarterback. Good route by the receivers. Results, touchdown.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Let's get an update now. Here's Reese Davis. Reese.
The Bulldogs arrive at today's game ranked number 6 in the land. And for Georgia, they continue their winning ways. Georgia comes away with the 1-point win. In other action, the Ducks enter today's game ranked 3rd in the nation and hoping that a slip or two could move them up, maybe even to number 1. And for Oregon, they've won 2 straight. And for Freeman, he finished with 1 trip to the end zone. The Ducks take it 24-17.
Thanks, Reese. 7-0 game here. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. Now he pitches it, and he's level at the 28.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 28-yard line. 2nd down. And a quick throw. He's pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Gain of 7 yards. 1st down.
On the ground, up the middle. Nice run to the outside. The halfback picks up maybe 5 yards on the draw play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From their own 40-yard line. It's 2nd down. The halfback with the carry. Knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Cook gets about a yard on the play.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Throw to the tight end. And he's taken down around the 47-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 47. On the draw play. Good outside run there. The delayed handoff picks up about 6 yards there.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Gets it out to the wide end, and he's got the first. Brought down around the 30-yard line. Superb effort by the receiver to come down with that ball.
Well, this comes down to the timing between the quarterback and the receiver, and the result, again, a nice play for the offense.
1st and 10. Ball on the 30. Gets it out to his receiver, and he can't hang on.
The intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive. Gain of 6.
The defense wasn't fooled too much by the play action, but it gave the quarterback just enough of a cushion to find his receiver.
And this is the 10th play of the drive. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry.
This isn't even the best example, but I'm going to tell you something. This young man is really getting better at running his routes, which is a truly underrated quality these days.
We've got it 1st and 10. Ball on the 13-yard line. Makes it to the 5. A gain of 8 on the carry.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
We're at the 12th play of the drive. And he throws it away.
Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
They've been 2 for 2 on third downs in this drive, and they'll try to convert again here. They'll bring him down around the 3-yard line. Unbelievable. They can't get this offense off the field.
Oh, they've been like a machine on this drive. Very methodical and efficient. And once again, they're moving the chains.
And this is the 14th play of the drive. They're trying to stop the run here with a goal line defense. And off to the left. Touchdown, Seminoles. The halfback just plowed his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but it wasn't all him. The offensive lineman just pancaked the defense on that one.
Here comes the kicker to try to tie this game up. And he hits the PAT. So a 14-play, 75-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
The last time we saw this offense on the field, they drove the length of the field. And you think back to what that defensive coordinator tried to do. He tried to change some things up, but nothing seemed to work. It's going to be interesting to see how he can have an impact on this drive.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
Tackle around the 50-yard line. They go with the option and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and that was a situation where the quarterback knew he could pick up the first down if he kept it himself. That's a good decision.
Throws it into coverage, and it's intercepted. And now he's got room to run. He's at the 30, to the 10. Touchdown, FSU.
How about the play by the defender? That was a great interception and an even better effort to bring the ball back for a touchdown.
And he adds the extra point. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 25. There's a player down. I'm not sure what happened. It's going to be interesting now to see if this quarterback can put that last throw behind him.
Brad, I know they turned the ball over the last time that they were out here, but it's important for these guys to remember they still have to lead here. Even though the momentum right now might be facing against them, they've got to be able to just settle down and find some confidence in being able to reestablish who they are.
And down he goes at the 42-yard line. Scramble down. He can't get away from the pressure.
That is a loss of 7 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. Goes to his back, and it's in and out of his hands.
Number 32 was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Caught it, but they're going to lose yards. He was tackled immediately.
Loss of 3 on the play. That makes it 4th and long.
The Bears wide receiver out with that injury earlier. He's still in the locker room. We don't think he's going to make a comeback today. Lane is back deep to return the punt. He makes it out to maybe the 39-yard line. Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. Florida State is up 7. And he's tackled at the 47.
Young brings him down at the 47-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 2.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go. The Bears had one of their key guys go down earlier, but it looks like he might be able to return. He makes it out to midfield. Short gain by the running back, and that's a 1st down.
You like how the offense is playing intelligent, controlled football. Here, using the safe run to get the first.
Gets to about the 47-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From the 47-yard line. 2nd down. And they get nice yardage on that run.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
After a decent pickup.
Gain of 4 yards. 1st down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 39. Quick throw. And they make the stop around the 33-yard line.
Stewart brings him down at the 33-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's at the 20. Makes it to the 17.
Gain of 16 yards. That makes
We're through 1 quarter. Florida State's lead is a touchdown. And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. Florida State up 7 points. Makes it to the 8.
Gain of 9 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 1.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive. He makes it out to maybe the 7-yard line. 1st down, pick up by the tailback.
You can see how comfortable this guy is with that football in his arms.
Up by 7 and looking at 1st and goal. The Bears saw one of their top players going down earlier, but it looks like he's going to be able to get back in there. Tackle made right around the 2-yard line. Wilson picks up about 5 yards on that hookup.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
And this is the 11th play of the current drive. Just throws this one away. So here we go. It's 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. The Seminoles wide out with an apparent injury, although he might make a comeback before this game's over. Fires quickly, and they got it. Touchdown. How about the tight end? This guy can play some football.
You bet he can. He's such an all-around player. He's just as good at blocking as he is at catching the football.
And he tacks on the extra point. Let's get the latest now from Reese Davis.
The Razorbacks had the final spot in the poll at number 25. Unfortunately, that didn't last long. And for Bowling Green, time running out, clock winding down, one last chance, and they score! The Falcons soar with the victory, 20-17.
All right, Reese, back to our game. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He really got a hold of that kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback.
You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead, and on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it.
He guns it. Makes the grab and steps out right away.
It's a great job here by the quarterback of recognizing the outside linebacker blitz and delivering the football for a first down.
They call it a catch, but the booth signaled down to the referee that they'd like to take another peek at this.
Man, as I see this play again, it really looks like he made the correct call on the field.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the call on the field stands. From their own 45-yard line, it's first down. He's tackled right around the 44-yard line, and he was pretty much stuffed on that run.
You know what, that was just a nice job by the defense in stopping him before he could get going and build up momentum.
Makes the catch, and the defense is all over him. They bring him down for a loss.
Call it a loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 13.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 45.
Three down. Mike 5.
He airs it out. Doesn't get there.
There was just no way anybody could catch up with that pass.
Intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 13.
Lane is the deep man awaiting the return. Fielded at the 19. He's taken down at the 27.
Return for a gain of 8 yards.
It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime.
They give to the tailback. He's taken down at the 35.
Gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Wilson is the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Pulls it in and gets out of bounds.
I thought there was a chance he'd be brought down before getting to the marker. It was a great effort there to get beyond for the first down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 40. Gets to about the 41-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Tight end had it, and it's knocked away.
Saunders, the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up
3rd down now, and they need to get it out to midfield. He airs it out.
You can chalk that one up to the hundreds of passes the quarterback has thrown to this receiver in practice. These guys know and trust each other, and you could see it in the way he threw that pass.
Straight ahead on the give, and there's nowhere to run.
That's a
And this play is number 8 on the drive. Handoff inside. He gets out to about the 8.
That's good for a gain of 15 yards. That makes it
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. He fights forward to about the 7.
Gain of 1 yard. That brings up second and goal.
10th play of the drive.
Well, the defense has to be very frustrated there. They did everything. They got to the quarterback. In fact, it looked like they had a chance to bring him down for the sack, but somehow he's able to throw the ball away.
The defense has really held their own the last 2 plays. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 7. And he's taken down around the 6-yard line. Cook gains about a yard with a short completion.
Brings up 4th and goal.
It's up, and it's through the uprights. Here's an update from the studio and Reese Davis.
They've dotted the I. The horseshoe is rocking. Ohio State in action over in Columbus. The Owls continuing to pound the rock on the ground and score a touchdown. Rice leads it 14-7. In other games, the Sun Devils came into the day ranked 12th. All those who said they weren't that good now have plenty of ammunition. You could almost sense during the week that this team was ripe to be upset. They showed up, not ready to play, and down they go. Army pulls it out by a field goal.
Well, if that score holds up, that would be water cooler talk on Monday morning. They line up to kick this one away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Baylor's coaching staff, I've got a thing going into halftime, and we're getting close right now, Kurt. They've got to do something different. What they had planned with their star running back's just not working today.
Well, I think the continuity between a coaching staff and a quarterback and an offense is tested. Their star players not having a great game. They're losing this football game. I think now as we're close to this half, now is when you start to think about what other ways can we attack this defense. And then maybe eventually we get back to our star running back. But in the meantime, let's try to find some other ways to attack to be able to put points up.
He throws left. Incomplete pass.
The pass falls incomplete. Lee was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second.
From their own 41-yard line. Second down. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Throws out and through his hands.
Cannon, the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
Mike 5. Mike 5. Quarterback, don't get nervous, man. We ain't beginning.
They'll bring him down at the 43.
Gain of 2 yards. That'll bring up 4th and 9.
Lane is back awaiting the punt. He punts it away, and it's a great kick. Brought down at the 24-yard line. The Seminoles are sitting pretty now after getting off to that slow start at the beginning.
Yeah, things were a little sluggish early, but my gosh, these last few series, they just seem to be, at this point, just kind of setting a tone and kind of having their way against this defense.
It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I've got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. Brought down at the 26.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. That makes it 2nd and 8.
From their own 26-yard line. Second down.
Blue 19. Blue 19.
And he's hit immediately.
He made a really good move at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes all you need to do is throw off the defender's timing just a little bit at the start of the play.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Ready? Down. Hot.
Throws left. The running back's got it. Tackle at the 44.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first.
Check, 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 check. Down.
Strike to his receiver, no good. I wouldn't be surprised if this one is offensive pass interference.
Pass interference. Offense.
You got to be careful to avoid
Still 2nd
these.
down.
Penalties are a great way to stall out a drive.
From their own 34-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Mike 5.
And he throws it away.
Tight right, tight right. Pull down, pull down. Find the Mike, find the Mike.
He was that close to making a big play.
This safety is kicking himself for dropping that one.
To punt. It's away, and it's a booming punt. And down he goes at the 28-yard line. Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. There's a strike complete, and down he goes at the 40. Slings it. He's at midfield, and they push him out at the 48-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 48. Gets it to his wide receiver, and he's got another one. And he's tackled around the 35-yard line.
That'll move the chains for another Baylor. 1st down.
Mike 5. Ready.
He throws. He almost had it, but it's incomplete.
This just shows you that you don't need to be sacking the quarterback to disrupt the passing game.
Mike 5, Mike 5.
From the 35-yard line, it's 2nd down.
117, 117.
He steps out around the 31-yard line.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. 3rd down.
Tight right, tight right. Pull down, pull down. Mike 5, Mike 5.
Just throws this one away. So they're going to go for it here. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun, 5 wide receivers. With the pass, incomplete. And so now the ball's turned over on downs. It's still only the 2nd quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. Catches it, and he's looking for more. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 46.
That's a gain of 15 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
From their own 46-yard line. 1st down. Throws it deep. And he's got it. And a huge touchdown play. And they had a tough time defending that one.
Well, Brad, one of the things with this defense is you leave yourself vulnerable in one-on-one coverage. Great throw by the quarterback and great speed by the receiver.
Boy, that was an easy throw for the quarterback. Had to be a mistake of some kind or miscommunication by the defense in that secondary, but the quarterback finds his receiver wide open for the touchdown.
He makes the PAT. Florida State is ready to kick it away. Excellent kick. And they can forget about returning this one. Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. Passes, and it's almost picked off.
Hall was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 25-yard line. 2nd down. And they make the stop around the 26-yard line. The halfback picks up a yard. Florida State's going to use their first time out of the half here.
Let's go, let's go. Mike 5, Mike 5. Let's go. 550, 550.
Tackled after a decent run up the gut. The Seminoles call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. Lane, the return man. Lane fields at the 29. Tackle made at the 42. The Seminoles are just cruising through this first half, Herbie. Really a comfortable lead here.
Yep, but still a lot of football left to be played. They got to remember that it's a 4-quarter game, and even though that first half went pretty well, things can change in a hurry.
The quarterback is on his way back onto the field, and he led a great drive last time out. Going long. And he's got the freshman. Tackle made at about the 13.
Stewart at the tackle at the 13-yard line. 1st down.
Take 4, take 4.
Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
False start, offense.
That penalty drives them back, and they're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Well, if they can just keep their concentration, they'll avoid situations like that.
1st and 15 now after the penalty.
3 down. Take 4, take 4. Mike 5, Mike 5.
Takes it up the middle for a nice run. Cook gets 6 yards on the carry.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, Jackson.
Completes it, but he can't shake the defense.
Gain of 6 on the play. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Bruin! Come. Set, 10-19.
Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. And that'll do it for the first half. Still plenty of football to be played. 31-7 FSU.
We've played 30 minutes. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. David Pollack and I here in the studio to break down everything that just happened in your game. Dueling virtuoso performances by both offensive coordinators. I usually like to give the helmet sticker on college football finals.
Okay.
Players.
Yeah.
Players. But players.
You
kinda
breaking the
guys.
rule here?
I might. I mean, sensational play calling by both of these guys with the headsets up in the booth.
I'm sure they'll be so honored to win one of your stickers.
They should be.
They might even wear it on their visor next week on the sideline. But
It would inspire them.
it's pretty nice to be dialing up everything, and it's pretty nice to be in the rhythm and the flow, and everything seems to be working perfectly. And I imagine this is how offensive coordinators go from offensive coordinators to head coaches, because they put everything together at the perfect moment at the perfect time, and you go, okay, that can't be stopped. And right now, that's what it looks like.
That's going to do it at halftime. Just about ready to start the second half.
All right, you finish it up, brother. I'm going to get something to the cafeteria. I'm hungry.
But, look, wait, don't leave until you get my order. Brad, Kirk, take the second half.
All right, Reese and David, thanks, guys. Second half action just about ready to start here. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 20, and he's taken down at the 24.
24 yards.
So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field.
4 down, 4 down. Mike 5, Mike 5. Hey! Oklahoma!
He's taken down at the 27.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Ball on the 27.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Oklahoma! Motion, motion. Hey, alert, alert. Bruin,
Caught, open field. He's tackled around the 39-yard line. That last catch gives him 100 yards receiving.
Well, this guy is such a big part of this offense. If he doesn't get his numbers, they usually don't have much success moving the football.
Left. 4 down, 4 down. Take 4. Hot, hot. Blue 14. Hot, blue 14.
He's scrambling, and he's going to come up with a sack.
This quarterback has to do a better job of avoiding the rush, because sacks can be real drive killers.
They come up to the line here. It's 2nd down and 14 after the sack.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Set. Hot.
Looks middle, got his back, and he's taken down at the 42-yard line.
Bates makes the tackle at the 42-yard line. That makes it 3rd and 7.
Man left, man left. 3 down, 3 down. Fires the right, fires the right. Down, hot, blue 19. Hot.
Scrambling around. There's a fumble. Defense says they've got it, and they do. They'll bring him down around the 42-yard line. And there's the lucky break that this team has been looking for.
They need to get the momentum on their side and really take advantage of this mistake. Now let's see if they capitalize.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Brought down at the 33-yard line.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Pulls it in, and he's in the open field. Tackled at the 25.
That makes it 1st and 10.
And he's knocked out immediately after the catch.
I tell you what, this defense better start to get pressure on the quarterback. They're giving him way too much time back there to throw the football.
Mike 5, Mike 5. I got you.
He makes it out to maybe the 10-yard line.
No gain. That brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 10-yard line. 2nd down.
4 down, 117, 117. Mike 5, Mike 5.
Quick throw to the tight end. He gets hit out of bounds at the 3.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. That makes it 3rd and goal.
4 down, 4 down. Mike 5, Mike 5.
Touchdown Bears. And so they punch it in on the ground, Kirk Herbstreit.
Great job up front by the offensive line. They get a good, strong push that allowed the runner to get it in there for the touchdown.
So the offense will stay on the field and attempt the 2-point conversion. He's got the 2. The Bears saw one of their key guys go down earlier. It looks like he might be able to get back in the action. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. He's taken down at the 19-yard line. The Bears defense really looked pathetic in that first half, Kirk, and now they're doing a nice job.
Well, obviously, they've made some adjustments after the first half, and it's paid off for them. I think right now they're tuned in to what this offense is trying to do, and I think they're also just playing with a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder.
Both squads are digging in now. Let's see what happens on this next drive. Here's the run right. He's got nowhere to go. From their own 16-yard line. Second down. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Keep 15. Keep 15.
They hand it off again. And they get nice yardage on that run.
Call it a gain of 7 yards. First down.
1st and 10.
Man left, man
Ball on the 30-yard line.
3 down. Like 5. Set. Tack 6.
He throws it.
Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
Gets it out quickly. He's to the 40. And he's level at the 43-yard line.
Call it a gain of 13 yards. First down.
From their own 43-yard line. First down. They'll drop him for a loss.
More plays like this, and the coaching staff is going to need to change up the blocking scheme. You can't allow the defense to play in your backfield.
He's under pressure. There's a very impressive open field tackle.
Stewart makes the tackle at the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
Check. Tight right. Check the
Caught sideline, and he stays in. He's hit the 300-yard mark with that throw.
This young man really works at it, and it's always a boost to see that hard work reflected in the box score. He should be very pleased.
You can see when he throws the ball well, this team usually wins. So let's see how the defense responds now. It's 1st down and 10. Gets it. He's in space. And down he goes at the 9-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
And this is the 10th play of the drive. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. Make it.
The misdirection wasn't fooling the defense at all. That shows some really solid preparation and discipline to stay with their assignments.
It's up, and it splits the uprights. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He sends this one deep. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Six points and a pretty display of passing was a result of their last drive. Kirk, do you expect the defense to take a different approach here?
When this quarterback is on, he is on. It already seems like whatever this defense is trying just isn't working. But maybe if they add just a little bit more pressure, then they might be able to force him into a mistake.
Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
Roger! High five! All day, dog.
Wideout makes the first down catch. And he's tackled right around the 44-yard line.
44-yard line. First down.
Mike 5! Mike 5! They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing solid. Check 3!
He gets sacked on the play.
Loss of 6 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 15. Number 3 is in at quarterback.
From midfield, it's 2nd down. Well, after that injury, we'll get to see the backup quarterback here. Out to the receiver, and it's knocked away. They tried to fool him by running the same play again.
Well, fooled no one there, Brad.
3rd down.
Mike 5! Mike 5! Mike 5! Roger! Check 3! Here we go!
Here's a throw, and it's almost picked.
Number 7 was the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 4th and 15.
The punter is going to try to pin him deep in their own territory with a good punt here. This punt goes over the goal line, and this will be a touchback. And what a game it's been for this quarterback, Kirk.
Oh, this is an example of this quarterback just really being able to go out and show his competitive spirit. And each time he plays, he puts that out on display.
All of his success has led to their advantage on the scoreboard. The quarterback leads his squad back out. They got 3 on their last possession. Quick strike to the receiver. He's out to the 30, and they make the stop at the 31.
With the tackle at the 31-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 31.
Mike 5!
Catches it, and he's immediately tackled behind the line.
There's a loss of 2 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
The Bears lose one of their key players with that injury earlier. Still in the locker room. We don't know the severity, but unlikely that he'll play any more football this afternoon. Just throws this one away. It's 3rd and 11. Ball on their own 29. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. Quick throw out to the receiver. Wow, a long game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, the offense hurt themselves by digging themselves into a hole on 1st and 2nd down, so the defense didn't really have to put too much thought in how to defend on that 3rd down.
Jefferson is back to receive. Gets to about the 37-yard line. They were forced to punt the ball away the last time they had it. They'll be looking for a little more out of their offense on this possession.
Down 2 possessions, this offense has to step up and capitalize on this possession.
And he's shoved out of bounds around the 49-yard line.
That's a gain of 14 yards on the play. That'll move the chains for another Baylor.
Here I come again.
First down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike 5.
Open man, quick strike, and he can't pull it in.
Lee was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 49.
Mike 5. Reset, cut right. Check 9, check 9. Hey, pick it up, defense. Ready. Wide 80. Wide 80.
He's in trouble. Throws it out, and it falls incomplete.
Lee, the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
Watch 9, watch 9. Watch the out, watch the out. Let's go. Wide 80. Wide 80.
He's under some heat, and he is drilled at the 44-yard line.
Loss of 7 yards on the play.
That's 3 down and 1 to go. The Seminoles in front by 19. Into the 4th quarter now, and we're back to the action. Lane is the deep man awaiting the return. He makes it out to maybe the 23-yard line. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. Throws complete, and he's got space to work. Tackle made right around the 26-yard line.
26-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
2nd down and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 26. Got his man. Can't tack on any yardage.
That's a gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
He's to the 40. Gets to around the 42.
Boy, how would you like to be a defensive back and see this guy rumbling at you with a full head of steam? Nicely done by the big man.
Well, player down, and his teammates obviously worried after that play. 1st and 10. Ball on their own 42.
Mike 5. Mike 5. Defense wins championships, baby.
Slings it. He's taken down at the 48-yard line.
Smith brings him down at the 48-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 1.
Tight right, tight right. 4 down, 4 down. Time's the mic. Time's the mic. Set.
Fires quickly to the tight end. He's tackled around the 45-yard line.
3 yards. 1st down.
1st down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 45. And they push him out around the 31-yard line.
Gain of 14 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Tight end left, tight end left. 4 down, 4 down. Finds the mic, finds the mic. Set. Blue 14.
Quick out to his receiver. And he's taken down at the 26.
Gain of 5 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 26-yard line. 2nd down.
Mike 5. Down.
Quick pass, intercepted.
Stewart with the interception.
This safety always seems to be in the right place at the right time. It's no surprise that he comes up with the interception here.
Steps out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
QB's trash. Let's go. Mike 5.
Fires out to his wideout.
Lee makes the reception. Gain of 10 on the play. First down.
Nice run there.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
And a quick throw. That's a great tackle at the 42.
Ramsey makes the tackle at the 42-yard line. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Mike 5! Mike 5!
Right here, right here.
Gets out to around the 48.
That's another first down, Brad. And right now, you can just really feel and sense the rhythm that this offense is in. Their ability to pick up first downs, just pushing this defense further and further down, back deep into their own territory.
Out to the tailback, and he dropped it.
Number 32, the intended receiver on the play.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. They come out in an empty backfield. There's a strike complete. He's down.
Number 5 makes the tackle at the 41-yard line. 3rd down.
In the shotgun and 5 wideouts. They'll bring him down around the 26-yard line.
That's good enough for another Baylor. First down.
Mike 5!
5 wide. Short pass, middle of the field. Tackle at the 17.
It's the tackle. Call it a gain of 9 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Mike 5! Mike 5! Check! Green 9! Check!
Fires incomplete.
Moore was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 32.
We're at the 12th play of the drive.
Mike 5! Mike 5! Larry! Check 3! Ready!
Brought down at about the 9-yard line.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
Mike 5! Ready! Green and
And he just gets rid of it. And here's the 14th play of the drive.
Mike 5! Mike 5! Check! Eagle!
Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. Touchdown, Baylor! And a nice catch by the receiver for the touchdown.
Anytime you're near the red zone, you got to keep an eye for this guy. They love going to him down here.
And he tacks on the extra point. A 13-play, 82-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown. Baylor ready to kick this one off.
Wilson deep to return.
Taken from the 3-yard line. Brought down at the 19-yard line.
16 yards.
They threw a pick the last time out. Should be interesting to see what they do this time.
The first rule on offense is to take care of the football. These guys need to remember that on this drive.
And down he goes, right around the 30.
Call it a gain of 11 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 30. Gains his way to the 40-yard line.
That's a gain of 10 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 1.
Check. Tight right. Tight right. Tight right. Check it out. Get there. Set. Oklahoma.
Got the corner. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. Knocked out of bounds at the 35. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Makes it out to about the 26.
Gain of 9 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Less than 3 minutes in the game. He fights forward to about the 26.
No gain on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that 1st down marker.
Mike 5. Out. Blue 19. Blue 19.
There's a little bit of happy feet down there on the field. Let's get the call.
False start. Offense.
They'll give this one another try after the flag.
And on 3rd down, too.
3rd down.
That's when you don't want those kind of things to happen.
3rd down now, and they need to get it to the 25. Slings it out there incomplete.
Was the intended receiver.
It has the distance. And it hits the upright. No good. Their last drive ended with a touchdown. Let's see what happens on this possession.
Well, I think this defense has got to do something because right now the quarterback is in such a good rhythm that you've got to do something to try to get him out of it. I would suggest trying to bring more pressure. Try to come up with an exotic blitz look to try to get him on his heels as opposed to being the aggressor and attacking the defense.
2nd down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 31. Zips it to the back.
Number 32 makes the reception. Gain of 4 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Just under 2 to go in the game. He heaves it deep. Inside the 30. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Bears. Big touchdown, and now we're down to a 1-score game. He makes the PAT. So a short 3-play, 70-yard drive, and the result, 7 points. They'll bring him down at the 41-yard line. Well, they tried, but they couldn't get the ball back.
Brad, they still have some time left, but it'll be up to their defense now to make a big play.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. Tackled after decent pickup. The Bears will use their first time out of the half.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Ball on the 37. Takes the ball inside. And he's tackled at the 35-yard line. Baylor's going to have to use their second time out of the half. Frustration by that offense, but you've got to give the defense credit for coming up with a stop in this quarter in a game this close.
They'll call on the field goal unit. Nothing doing for the offense, and it's 4th down. The kick is away. It's long enough, and he nails the long field goal. Florida State is lining up to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. And they can forget about returning this one.
The Bears coaching staff and the entire team knows that this is the guy that can win it for them.
Well, the offense has to find a way to get the football into the hands of this running back, whether it's a simple toss sweep or maybe a ball out of the backfield where he can catch it in space. Any way that they can get the football to him to see if he can spring one to maybe get the field goal range, or who knows, maybe take it to the house.
And they get the sack.
Loss of 7 yards on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
Just over a minute left. Spikes the ball.
Spikes the ball. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
3rd and long, and they could really use a big play here.
Mike 5. Mike 5. Ready. Check, check. Omaha.
Throws it to the halfback on the screen. And they make the stop at the 26-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards.
Check, check.
That'll bring up 4th and 9.
Omaha. Check 3.
So a 4th down stop there late in the 4th quarter, and that should do it.
They put some points on the board in their last drive, and they'll start this one in position to do much of the same.
The defense has their backs against the wall here. They're really going to have to get aggressive if they want to keep the offense from scoring any points here.
From the 33-yard line, it's 2nd down. We should just see the quarterback take a knee right here, winding down the rest of this clock. He'll go down to one knee. This one's in the books, and our final score, Florida State 37, Baylor 29.
29.
So that wraps things up for us. For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying thanks, and we'll see you next time.